and welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano, and on today's program we will sit down and talk with Lauren Rexford from Quincy Community Action Programs and learn all about their energy assistance programs this winter. First, though, we take a look at the weather and the news for you. Currently in Quincy, sunshine out there. You never know, it snowed earlier. It's 38 degrees right now. Things will clear out this afternoon. Temperatures will climb into the mid-40s. A chilly night tonight under clear skies. Lows drop off to the upper 20s. Kind of a quiet day tomorrow with some sunshine, a few clouds. Highs tomorrow right around 40 degrees. Increasing cloudiness here on Wednesday with a high of 38. And that sets us up for some more rain on Thursday afternoon and Thursday nights. But highs Thursday into the mid-40s. Could be even warmer than that by Friday. But again, sunshine and 38 in Quincy right now. Checking news for you today. Well, early voting continues this week for the special preliminary election on January 17th to fill the Ward 4 City Council seat. Ward 4 voters may cast their ballots at City Hall today through Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. in the city clerk's office. City Clerk Nicole Crispo says that mail-in ballots are also available.
Anybody, they're on our web page, or they can call our office. We can certainly mail them out an application, or they can write requesting it. Either way, we'll take and get the ballot right out to you as soon as we receive it.
Mail-in ballots must be received at City Hall by 8 p.m. on January 17th. There is a ballot drop box located right outside City Hall. And, of course, in-person voting will take place on January 17th from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. 4 candidates will be narrowed down to 2. They'll face each other in the final election on February the 7th, and then the winner will serve out the remainder of the term. They can then run for the full 2-year term in this fall's city election. State Representative Ron Mariano of Quincy has been elected Speaker of the House for his second straight term. Mariano was nominated by the Democratic delegation unanimously last week and became Speaker for the next 2 years with 131 votes. Mariano said he wants to focus on issues that include health care costs, affordable child care, and housing, public transit, offshore wind, and fiscal discipline. Mariano also wants to revisit legislation that would scrutinize large hospitals that move into areas served by smaller community hospitals. Quincy Representatives Bruce Ayers and Tacky Chan and State Senator John Keenan were also sworn in for their new terms in the 193rd General Court on Beacon Hill. Now that the new governor and lieutenant governor have been sworn in at the State House, next up are the state's constitutional officers. State Representative Tacky Chan of Quincy says that ceremony will take place later this month, and then the real work of the legislature can begin.
I believe the 18th will be the Secretary of State, the Treasurer, the State Auditor, and the Attorney General is, I believe, going to be the 18th. So it's and then bill filing is due, I think, the third Friday of January. We're going to elect the Speaker and Senate President, obviously, on swearing in day on the 3rd. We're going to have to initiate some temporary rules or emergency rules. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen. Will it be emergency rules or temporary rules or some combination that will go into effect for a while we're waiting for new joint rules between the branches and new House and Senate rules to be drafted and approved by the respective branches. And then, the Speaker is meeting folks regarding committee assignments. We may see committee assignments when the Speaker feels like it. I suspect sometime towards the end of January, early February. And then bills will be completely processed by the clerk sometime by late February, early March.
Chan was recently re-elected to office after becoming one of the first 2 Asian Americans elected to the Massachusetts House back in 2010, along with Donald Wong from Saugus. Schools will be a major focus for the Quincy City Council in the new year. City Council President Noel DeBona says the city hopes to open a new special education learning center by year's end.
Some of the major projects of obviously the Richard DeCristofaro Learning Center, which is the special education center that's in the pipeline. It's been it's been difficult with obviously the construction costs as well as the materials. That was a total gut job over there on Old Colony behind Central Middle School. So it needed a lot of work. We were proposed to put that into me and possibly opened in this, fall of 2023. If the timeline's not good, Director Hines said it would probably be right after the new year, spring of 2024. We don't want to really rush that one because we want to make sure we do it correctly. So that particular project is definitely there, and we're getting really close. Obviously, we need it for our special education children in the city of Quincy. So we're looking forward to that project. We also have Broad Meadows has the auditorium being done over. That took a little bit of time, and that's in the pipeline, and that's being done. Some of the other things, obviously, Squantum Elementary School is in the pipeline, and we're looking forward to having that MSBA program.
The Commissioner of Public Buildings, Paul Hines, recently updated the City Council on a number of projects that have either been completed or are in the process of being completed. The City Council also received updates from the DPW, Commissioner of Natural Resources, and Traffic, Parking, Alarm, and Lighting departments. 9 new Quincy police officers recently graduated from the Plymouth Police Academy and are ready to begin patrolling the streets of Quincy. Officers Gary Curtis, Brian O'Callahan, Adam McKean, Kevin Chanette, Mike Tervakoski, Sean Thomas, Ryan Larson, Peter Lee, and Davey Thatch all joined the force and will begin field training with veteran officers before going out on single patrols. There are now 185 patrol officers in Quincy. Patrick McDermott of Quincy has been sworn in for a full term as Norfolk County Sheriff. McDermott was sworn in as the 23rd High Sheriff of Norfolk County during a ceremony at the Neighborhood Club in Quincy last week. McDermott was re-elected to a full 6-year term back in November after first being elected in 2020 in a special election to serve out the remainder of former Sheriff Mike Bellotti's term. McDermott was sworn in by his brother, Quincy police officer Christopher McDermott. His children, Adam and Alana, provided the musical entertainment. Alana even sang the national anthem. McDermott says he wants to continue to focus on programs that break the cycle of incarceration. That's our check of news today. Coming up, Lauren Rexford of Quincy Community Action Programs joins us next. Welcome back. A good time of year to start to talk about the energy assistance programs that are available from Quincy Community Action Programs because it's winter and it snowed today. So Lauren Rexford has come on over to tell us all about it and how you might be able to benefit. So Lauren, good to see you again. Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you. Happy New Year. Thank you for having me today.
Of course.
I'm excited to speak about the fuel assistance program today because so many folks are experiencing financial hardships with the increase of cost of goods, housing, and other necessities that they need.
Yeah, we were warned by the energy companies back in the fall to expect some pretty dramatic increases for heating oil, for natural gas, the cost of living in general. So have you seen that impact your clients?
Yes, our clients are seeing a 64% increase in their electric bills.
Wow.
And 24% increase in their gas bills. Along with the cost of oil, which is over $4 a gallon right now, a lot of folks are facing those decisions on whether to purchase food, much needed food, or pay their housing costs, which is critical for the growth of children as well. So I encourage folks to apply for fuel assistance or apply for whatever services they can apply for to help reduce that financial hardship. And Quincy Community Action has been in existence since 1965, helping the community with the needs that to help meet their needs.
Yeah, it's not just energy. It's you mentioned housing, it's food. There's financial counseling. I know a number of different programs.
There is a number of different programs.
So folks really should look into it and see if they qualify and take advantage.
Yes, absolutely. Our goal is to help families become more financially self-sufficient. But on the fuel assistance
Yes.
end, the program, it is an income-based program, which runs November 1st through April 30th. Folks can expect many discounts as far as on their electric and gas discounts. Plus, if they heat with oil, they also can get a small discount on their oil.
Okay.
This year, QCAP received $2.9 million to assist the community with their heating costs. We do expect that money to be 100% expended by the end of the season.
How does that compare to years past, Lauren, in terms of your assistance?
Well, years past, this is about a 5% increase.
Okay.
Which is good. But
when you've-
with the rate increases, it's kind of a wash.
It's a wash, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it looks good on paper until you start to look at the costs, so it kind of cancels each other out, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
especially
So-
with these
So
rate increases.
folks stay on a level playing field, unfortunately, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. This season, our max benefit is $2,200.
Okay.
Our minimum benefit is $924.
Okay, that's significantly higher.
It is
isn't it?
significantly higher.
As I recall, it was $300 or $400 per season years ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
years ago, maybe about 4. I'm not positive
Not-
how
not
many
that
years,
long
but
ago, yeah.
it was not that long
Right,
ago.
okay.
But today, $2,200 if you heat with oil, it's only going to get you 2 fill-ups for the winter months, which can last 6 months, and it's New England.
Depending-
Sometimes it could last a little bit longer.
Right, depending on the cold, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, at over $4 a gallon.
At over $4 a gallon.
And
yeah.
what's an oil tank, like 250
The average oil
gallons?
tank is about 250 to 275 gallons.
Okay, so 2 fill-ups,
2
essentially.
fill-ups,
Yeah.
yes. And we don't want to see our families in the community relying on space heaters.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to see them using their ovens to keep their houses warm.
Yes.
We want to reach them before they get to that point. And I strongly encourage folks, if you're unsure if you're eligible, to call the office. Come and visit us at our resource center located at 1511 Hancock Street and ask those questions. What's the income guideline? How do I apply? There's always someone there that can guide a household on how to access services to help reduce their heating bills.
Yeah, and the limits have changed, right? They're more generous now?
Yes,
Yeah.
the household limit for a household of 4 is $81,561 for this, their annual income.
Yes, yeah.
Needs to be at that or below.
Okay.
For households, larger household sizes, they can always visit our website at qcap.org to see which income category they'll fall in based on their household size.
Sure. Folks can see the chart right there in front of them now, just to get them an idea of what the eligibility requirements are. And they have changed significantly, even in the past year.
Yes, they have. And our chart only lists up to household members of 6.
Yes.
But we do have a higher income for more household
Okay.
members.
All right, good to know. I think it's important to point out renters are eligible also, because sometimes
Yes.
we talk about homeowners and property owners, but renters too, right?
Renters are eligible.
Yeah.
Renters, homeowners, and in some cases, renters that have heat included.
Oh, okay.
We can assist with paying their monthly heating bills. Those folks that are heat included, they would get a reimbursement directly paid to them,
Okay.
which they could use towards either their rental cost of rent,
Yes.
or some heat included folks also have to pay a separate electric bill.
Yes.
And they could apply towards that. It's to help make their basic living expenses.
Okay. All right, good to know.
And what happens is if someone is approved eligible, we will notify them by mail, and we also notify their heating company. And we pay the heating company directly. Therefore, the client doesn't have to worry about paying out of pocket for their assistance. The downside with the cost of living right now is, again, it's not going to pay all 6 months of their heating bills.
Right.
But we do have other agencies throughout the community that they can call us and we can refer them over and help them apply for that additional assistance.
Rental assistance, perhaps, or
Rental assistance, heating assistance, food assistance, anything like that.
programs too to make your home more energy efficient, right? So you don't actually use as much energy.
Exactly, yes. The good thing about the fuel assistance application is it's one application for 3 different programs that the Energy Fuel Assistance Program offers.
Okay.
So if you qualify for fuel assistance, if you're a homeowner, you qualify for heating system repair and replacement program, which is at no cost to the client. It just helps to make their heating system more energy efficient, and it eliminates any health and safety issues that might come up with those inefficient systems.
Yes, carbon monoxide issues, certainly,
Yes,
right?
exactly,
And just,
exactly.
the less energy you use, the lower your costs will be.
Right, and
Yeah.
the further your fuel assistance dollars can go.
Right.
We also offer a weatherization program, which is for homeowners or renters, and that's to, again, seal up any drafts
Yep.
in the home by offering weather stripping around windows and doors, insulation in attics and walls. It really does reduce the cost of your heating bill dramatically.
It seems basic, it seems simple, but it has a huge impact.
It really
Yeah.
does. I mean,
It
if you
can be
put-
the equivalent of having a window wide open if you have leaky windows. or
Exactly.
doors, yeah.
Exactly.
So you were going to say, I'm sure, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to mention, if you put your hand up against the window and you can feel that draft, there's a significant amount of heat loss there.
Yes.
So it is crucial to contact our office, and we can discuss the multiple programs that we offer, not just fuel assistance, but the heating assistance, the weatherization. Also with the one application, if you're approved eligible, we'll notify those utility companies so you can get a 32% discount on your monthly electric bill,
Okay.
or 25% discount on your monthly gas bill.
Yeah. For
And
folks, I'm sorry, go ahead, Lauren.
Oh, I was just going to say, and that's a 12-month program.
Okay, yeah.
So once you apply for fuel assistance and you're approved, you have those discounts for the next 12 months.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. If for some reason somebody is not eligible for this LIHEAP energy assistance program, they should still reach out to the utility company, right? Because there may be other
Absolutely.
programs they qualify for. Yeah.
Absolutely. In order to be on that discount rate, there's other qualifications. It's not just fuel assistance. It could be for SNAP benefits. It could be for low-income housing, veterans, SSI benefits, and there's multiple eligibility criteria for the gas and electric discount rates.
Yes, and there are budget plans as well that they could
There's
get
also-
into, just to
yes.
kind of spread it out so you're not hit with that massive bill at once.
Yes, I
Yeah.
do encourage the budget plan, especially with these hike increases. The gas and electric company offer multiple budget plans, and they'll work with you to make sure that this budget plan is going to work,
Right.
and not set you up for failure where you have to default on your budget plan.
Yes, yes. If you've received energy assistance in the past, let's say last season, do you have to reapply?
Yes.
Yes.
If you received it last season, you definitely need to reapply, and it's more of the basic income eligibility information that we need, and confirmation of your utility accounts, or your to confirm that you're still with your current oil vendor.
Okay.
And the ways to apply, this year we have a online portal that folks, existing and brand new clients, can apply online. They do need to set up an account. They ask basic information. You need to have a email address, supply your name and address, and then once you have this account set up, you can apply online, and you can also upload your documentation. At the end of filling out this application online, you'll be asked to set up an appointment to speak to a representative in the fuel assistance office, just to confirm we have the right information and contact information,
Okay.
and also go over additional information that they may need in order to complete their application.
Okay.
Now, if you're an existing application, you can also go online to become recertified. You can sign the application online,
Wow.
upload your documentation, and you have the same application number from year to year.
I see. Okay.
And the ways to apply online is you could go to qcap.org, and on the main page it says apply for fuel assistance. We also have a QR code that's listed on the income guideline chart that you had posted recently, and they can just take a snapshot of that and it will bring them right to the energy efficiency line
Okay.
to help them apply.
Okay. So really the whole process can be done either online or over the phone, but
Online, over the phone, we can, if folks that don't have access to a computer or just aren't really sure how to navigate
Yes.
it, they can always come into our resource center and we can walk them through it.
okay. All right. Do you still have the drop box in the lobby if folks want to drop their forms off?
Yes, we
Okay.
still have the Dropbox, which they can use before or after hours,
Right. Okay.
Monday through Friday. Our resource center at 1511 Hancock Street is open Monday through Friday between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Okay.
And there's always a representative from Fuel Assistance there, as well as representatives from our other QCAP agencies.
Okay.
and
Where does the
departments.
funding for energy assistance come from, Lauren? Is it a combination of state and federal? Or?
We do have, it's, the bulk of it is through the federal. We did receive some funding through the state this year.
Okay.
Just because of the cost of living, we knew we were going to need more than the regular benefit amount
Yes.
to help our clients in the community.
Yeah, well, I know some of the pandemic era SNAP benefits are expiring or have already expired.
Yes, they'll be expiring. I want to say it's March.
That sounds
it's either
right,
March
yeah.
or May of 2023.
Yeah, that's
will
good.
be expiring. And actually, since the pandemic, we've actually seen an 88% increase of applications. And that's as of December of 2020. So this year we've seen 88% increase of folks applying. As far as comparison to last December of 2022,
Yeah.
we've seen a 50% increase in new clients applying, brand new clients that have never applied before.
Really?
Yes.
Just for energy
So-
assistance?
Just for the energy assistance. And that goes to show the need, due to the increases and the need on keeping their homes warm and their family members healthy.
Yeah, well, we're talking about, the pressures that are being put on families by the cost of living in general.
Yes.
And it's manifesting itself, it sounds like, in folks that are reaching out for help for the first time.
Right. Yes. There's definitely a lot more folks that have never seen themselves in a situation where they needed the assistance that are now calling to apply. We still get some folks that have not heard of the program and have admitted that they should have applied years ago
Okay.
to help them financially.
Is it retroactive?
Yes, the benefit
Really?
amount, if you apply now, it
Yes.
will, and you're approved eligible, it will go back to, retroactive back to November 1st and assist with payments towards those heating bills.
Yep, okay.
So even if you apply in April, which we encourage folks to apply well before then, we'll still go back retroactive to November 1st and assist with as many payments as we possibly can towards
Okay.
their heating costs.
All right. What happens after April 30th? Do you start all over again, or?
April 30th, we start gearing up for the coming season.
Yeah.
We get our applications ready, and our applications are usually mailed out in August so that folks can get a head start before the program actually begins
Okay.
officially in November 1st.
Okay.
We just like to have folks approved eligible before that official
Speeds things
start
up.
date.
Yeah.
Yes.
About how long does the process take, Lauren? From application to learning whether or not you're approved?
It usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
During the crucial cold months, it does take a little bit longer, but we do encourage folks to hang on. We will review the application and notify you by mail. And good piece about it is we will go back retroactive to
Okay.
November 1st.
Okay. So there's really no downside. There's no cost to apply.
No cost to
Yeah.
apply. It's free of cost. Our programs are free of cost. If you are approved eligible for a benefit, you don't have to repay that benefit.
Okay.
The same with our heating system replacement or weatherization. There's no cost to those programs, and you don't have to repay anything.
Okay. And although it's Quincy Community Action Programs, it's Quincy, Weymouth, Braintree, and Milton.
Yes, we have
Yep.
4 service areas that we help out with.
All right. Good to talk to you, Lauren.
Good
Always.
to talk to you too.
Hopefully we got the word out for you and
Yes.
have a safe and warm winter.
Oh, thank you. I wish you as well, and our community as well.
Absolutely.
And I do want to push the issue to apply before it's too late.
Before you run out of money.
Before you run out of money,
Yeah.
and before you find yourself in a situation where you have no heat.
Right. Yep. Don't let it get that bad.
No.
All right.
no.
Thanks again.
Thank you so much, Jim.
You are welcome. Just enough time to check the forecast for you for the rest of the day today. Pretty nice, actually. Lots of sunshine and thankfully milder temperatures into the mid-40s this afternoon. Chilly night tonight, down around 29 degrees. Kind of ho-hum weather, really. Tomorrow, sun and clouds, 40. Cloudier on Wednesday, some wet weather arriving here on Thursday, but it'll stay pretty mild for most of the week. Thanks again to Lauren Rexford for joining us today from QCAP.
Thank you again for having me.
Thanks to our crew. Thank you for watching Friday here on the program. More about energy. Marie McCabe joins us from the Good Neighbor Energy Fund. Meantime, check out our website anytime, qatv.org. You'll find our latest programs there, news and information, video on demand, live streaming, and more. For all of us here at QATV, I'm Joe Catalano. Have a great week.